What is good, boys? Welcome back to another video. Now, I'm really hyped to make this video simply because it's going to be a bit of a different video to what I normally post. Normally, I'd be posting something self-improvement related, and I guess this is self-improvement related, but I'm not going to be going through a document, reading through it and stuff like that. I'm going to be going through my first fight summary. So I had a MMA fight back in November. I mean, it's the 1st of December now, so literally a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago now. That was on the 21st of November. The reason why I signed up to it, I'm going to try and include a screenshot of the video that I posted back in March. The reason why I signed up to it was because I enjoyed MMA. I loved the training aspect. I love how fulfilling and rewarding it was. In business, you find that, say you work hard for 3 months, you may not close a client in 3 months, and then it just feels like your effort's kind of wasted. Whereas in MMA and, you know, the art of combat, if I work really hard for 3 months, I'm able to beat up my previous self that was, 3 months prior. And you notice it in like sparring with different techniques and stuff. I just fucking loved MMA, right? I'm not going to talk about it too much. Another thing, I raised over £500 for a cancer charity since this was a charity match. It was a charity bout. I won the fight via TKO in the second round, which is awesome. I got some cool as fuck professional pics taken, which I'll go through later in this video. And let me just answer some questions. My phone's going off, so let me just put it down. Okay, so what was the process like? So I was with an organization called Ultra MMA. Now, I signed up, as I said, back in March. It was literally just a registration form. You just put in how much experience you had, which at the time I didn't have much experience at all. And I thought, well, if I want to really improve my combat ability over the next year, then I need an incentive of some sort, right? To tell yourself to go to training every day is one thing, but to tell yourself that you're going to be fighting someone in a few months' time, and that if you don't go to the gym and they do go to the gym, you're going to get humiliated in front of your friends and family, that's a whole different level, right? Like, it gives me fucking goosebumps thinking about it now. So that's the reason why I signed up to it. It was through a organization in the UK called Ultra MMA. Process-wise, there's an 8-week training camp which Ultra MMA host completely free of charge 8 weeks before your bout. But of course, whether you sign up in March, April, May, June, you can then obviously train for that duration to then get your cardio better, get your abilities a bit better, which is obviously what I did. How did I approach camp/training? So there's a local Muay Thai gym which I was going to. They open Monday to Sunday, right? So whenever I was free, I was more or less going to that gym. Although I know with like MMA, there's the jiu-jitsu and the wrestling side, which I could have done more of. I've just wanted to make sure that I was working on my weak point, and my weak point was striking, right? I was really shit at striking. With defense, my chin was always in the air and stuff like this. So I thought, well, if I just bang out a fuck ton of Muay Thai over the next few months, at least then when I'm standing face to face in front of my opponent, I can at least throw hands, right? And it's not just going to be a cuddle match on the floor. And yeah, like that was my philosophy. Plus, before I had signed up in March, I had done a few months of MMA training, like designated MMA, like hour-and-a-half sessions. Although that was only like once or twice a week. So, it's not really proper training, but I knew the fundamentals. So I thought, well, if I just get really good at striking, at least then if I focus on that, I can handle myself if, shit goes south and goes to the floor. Would I fight differently next time? So I'm going to be analysing this when we go through the footage in just a moment. So I'm not really going to speak on that too much now. But yes, I would fight differently. But when you do step in that cage, fucking adrenaline, everything is at 100. You are literally just operating off muscle memory. Like, you think, oh yeah, like the way that I was thinking, oh yeah, I could get a cool like spinning kick here, get a takedown here and stuff like this. But the guy literally fucking run at me. Like, the guy was fucking like a bull in a china shop, run at me. You don't have time to think, oh yeah, let me just do this technical move when the guy is fucking sprinting at you. And obviously I'll show that in the video. So would I fight differently next time? Yes, I would try and keep it on the feet, but I'll explain that later. Show footage of the fight on the desktop. Now, this is the fun part. You guys have probably already skipped to this. These are the professional images I will show you guys in a moment. So that you don't get bored watching the full fight, here's the actual knockout. Well, I say knockout, it's TKO. Let me just put this on here. So I started off with a leg kick. You'll notice I started off with a leg kick at the start of every round, right? Although it doesn't look like I fully turned my hips over, the reason why I started off with a leg kick is because at least I knew that if the leg kick landed and it was hard, that would then temporarily compromise his footwork. He put pressure on me. I was up against the back of the cage. The cage looks big in the video, but it's actually really fucking small. So imagine you're on one end of the cage. If you take 2 steps, like forward, and I'm 5'8" by the way, so they're not really big steps. You're in the middle of the ring, and then you take another 2 steps, and you're at the other end of the ring. So you cannot run away from your opponent, and if you step back, it looks like you've been pushed back fucking miles away, but realistically, that's not the case. You've just kind of literally taken a step and a half, 2 steps back, and now you're against the cage. So there, I hit the guy, and then boom! This is the fucking money shot. So let me just go back. You can't really see it because the video is kind of like the aspect ratio, whatever. But when I back up against the cage, you see with my jab in hand, I post off. And then I throw a right. And that rocks his chin. That hits his chin. There's a different angle, which I'm going to show you later. That hits him first, which then makes him back off because he's like, fuck, this guy's just hit me. And then I post off. And then boom, the big right hand right round the temple. The guy then stumbles down. I'm a bit pissed off that it wasn't a knockout because a knockout, like a walk-off knockout, would have been so cold. But I hit the guy good, and then obviously he then tried to cuddle, and I don't like cuddling, so then it got broken up. So let me just show you guys this again. Start, boom with the leg kick, back up, boom with the right hand, post, boom, temple. And then he falls, and then obviously I try and get some extra shots in, but because he's just kind of not fell to the floor, because he's just kind of crouched down, I wasn't able to get those extra shots off. And then they wave it off, and then I obviously win, which is great. Let me show you the full fight. Let me show you the full fight, because this goes on for 6 minutes. The whole fucking training camp for months and months and months, just for 6 minutes of action. Like, it's kind of crazy to think about. So. Oh yeah, by the way, if you're going to hear screaming in the background and stuff, that first video, I had some friends and family and my girlfriend and stuff come, so they were all screaming in the background, obviously wanting me to win, and then I also had some other family that were kind of in the stands, which is this different angle, and then they were all also screaming and supporting and stuff like that. So I'm not sure if I'm going to use this or not, but I'll just let it go. Right, so here, I walk out, yeah. I'm trying not to look like a dickhead. I didn't want to be too cocky like a proper Conor McGregor walk, but I also didn't want to seem like, like a little like timid pussy, like with the hands like, here and whatever else. So I was walking out. They told me to stop there to get a picture. I went like this, walk down. I was shaking it off. I was nervous as fuck. I'm trying to look tough because my opponent had already done his walkout. He was in the ring. So did the checks, checked that I got the wrong guardian and all of this stuff. Yeah, cold as fuck. Okay, let me just skip this to the actual fucking fight. Here we are. Alright, so I'm walking around. When I got in the cage, I did not break eye contact for a single moment with my opponent. I thought, well, if I can at least just stare him down, I can then at least penetrate some fucking fear into him. But we were both shit scared. I was shit scared because that was my first fight. So, yeah, he was briefing me, no eye pokes, no John Joneses, whatever. He was just listening to him and stuff. Music turns off, and in this moment of silence, I was shitting myself so much. I was thinking, fuck, I need to look relaxed, but I also need to, be ready, because this guy might come in with an overhand or something, but I was ready, I was relaxed. I come in, boom, with the leg kick. His legs every round, I know that there were only 2 rounds because I won by TKO, but every round, his leg was open, like, the guy didn't really know how to check, or maybe he just wasn't thinking about it in the moment. I ate a couple fucking shots here, but because of the adrenaline, everything was so big, I didn't even, it was kind of like, I just wasn't, I genuinely didn't feel nothing. It wasn't that the guy's shots wasn't hard, or like, I'm not disrespecting the opponent, but like, I think when the adrenaline is that high, you just don't feel nothing. It's kind of like in the UFC, like if you get knocked out, you can't really remember getting knocked out, and like knees and elbows and stuff like that, they're not necessarily painful, but it's like, one is humiliation, like you don't want to get humiliated by getting punched in the face, but also because the adrenaline is so high, as I just said, fucking you don't feel it. So here I got his neck, I tried to guillotine, tried to get up again, tried to guillotine again. He had pretty good offense here, to be fair. Like he grabbed my hamstring, so I couldn't properly kind of pull guard, essentially. Pulling guard is gay, but like you get what I mean. Here, I was defending good. Like as I said, I've got the foundation for the wrestling and stuff. He got side control here, which was really good body movement for him. But then I knew that if I could get my left leg round, I think it was, then I could get his back. Here was a bit embarrassing. I was thinking, fucking hell, I'm so tired. Like, that's the thing that you don't understand when you're actually getting in the cage, is that you think like, oh yeah, I'll go for runs, I'll do this, and like your cardio will be good. And yes, my cardio was good, like I wasn't tired necessarily, but when you get in there, because you're so mentally overstimulated, you feel tired in yourself because you're getting yourself tired before you even fucking fought. So I just remember being like, my heart's going 100 miles an hour and I just couldn't think. So I was just thinking, just grab hold of this guy and just stop him from trying to get any fucking submission. He had my neck here, I believe. Yeah, that was when I tried to get his back, but I ended up just fucking throwing him. And then for the next kind of couple minutes, it was literally just like back and forth. Kind of like I'm trying to get his back, like here I was trying to get a submission on him, and then he kind of got, I think that's 4 now, and then that was like 10 seconds left. When it was 2 claps, and yeah, like this was just kind of back and forth. I was defending his offense, but then I wasn't actually like, one thing that I've always been good at is defense. So like, if I'm going against guys which are better than me in jiu-jitsu and stuff, I'm good at defending, but I'm not good at offense. So I couldn't really turn around my defensive position there. But then, to my left of me was a VIP table where like family, friends and all that were sitting. And I thought, fuck, like I've just cuddled this guy for a whole round. I need to stop being a pussy. Do not take it to the ground. I need to finish this on the feet, because if I don't finish it on the feet, it's just going to be a cuddle match, and I didn't want it to be like going to a decision or nothing like that. I wanted to just knock the guy fucking out. So I was stood there. They got the fucking stool out. I sat down. I remember thinking, fucking hell, I'm tired. Should have done more cardio. And I must have blacked out for this because I can't remember anything that the corner was telling me. The only thing that I remember is that the guy in blue, Alan, who was one of my coaches, he told me that I was doing well. And I was thinking to myself, I'm not really doing well because I've just cuddle matched this guy for fucking a whole round without being able to kind of dominate him on the ground, which I thought was going to be somewhat of a strong point for me. But is what it is. It gave me a bit of motivation. I was like, maybe I am actually doing decent. Fuck it, let's do this. They sprayed me with some water and stuff, cooled me down a bit, and then I'm staring the guy out. I'm trying to look menacing, even though I'm shitting myself. The round should start any moment now. I'm like, alright, I need to change this up, don't go to the fucking ground again. Boom, leg kick. I back up with the long guard, boom, to the fucking jaw, and then boom, boom. So you see, in this exchange here, I love being in the pocket, right? Every time I spar, I go against taller or heavier people. I try and sit either just outside the pocket or in the pocket so that I can engage like on my accord and slip and stuff like this. And you'll notice like the first round, the guy got me with a couple of fucking punches, and that was kind of annoying. But hold on a second. I'll try and kind of analyse this to a certain extent. I'll just pause it, but I just don't know to see. So yeah, here we go. Leg kick. That was a pretty nice leg kick. The guy kind of ducked down. I think he was going for my body with a couple of the shots, which obviously if he knew that I had a bit of Muay Thai experience before this, we do this drill where like you'll just do 1 for 1. So like one guy will kick you and then you kick him. Kick, like kick for kick. It's like conditioning training. And then we also do this thing when like you're laying down on the floor and you're doing sit-ups, but at the bottom of every sit-up, someone has like a pad, you know, like when you hold pads for someone, they'll just fucking smack you on the stomach with the pad. So my stomach conditioning, I felt absolutely none of this guy's shots on my stomach. I was feeling like fucking Iron Man. So the long guard a bit. At least then here, if I have my arm extended, I can somewhat post off and then go in with the right. It's just kind of like a muscle memory thing, as I was saying earlier, because I had my right hand loaded, as you can see. He goes for the body. I'm not feeling the shots. And then like he kind of gets up close and he's kind of doing this motion. And I think, well, you're not really going to get much power. Like he's not really putting his hips into it, but yeah, whatever. And then, boom, here. hit him with a swift right because I posted before to kind of, you know, buy myself a fucking second of time. And then as soon as he stopped with the little fucking body combinations, I then thought as soon as he comes back, unleash the fucking right. And then that's when I thought, right, you're backed up now. I hit him good. Let's do this. That's when I posted off, right, which is when he obviously stumbled. And then I tried to get some other shots in. You can't really see it because of the fucking bollard thing, but that's when they called it off, as you saw from the TKO shot. So yeah, second round I was really pleased about. First round I was embarrassed. I thought, what the fuck? I've just flopped around like a fish out of water. I was pissed off with myself. Like, even when I got out, I said to my girlfriend, like some friends and stuff, I was like, yeah, I'm sorry about the first round. The first round was pathetic, really. I understand that you shouldn't be hard on yourself when it comes to the first like round or like even like the first fight, because you've got to get used to everything, get your bearings and stuff. But yeah, I was pissed off with the first round. Not really happy about it. Doesn't look too good. Second round, I had a bit more composure because I think I got my distance better and stuff like this. I got used to the ring, so that was good. And then obviously, this is funny. So here, obviously they went like that. They called it off. And then I was walking around and I was thinking, is this guy injured or is this literally the end of it? Because I knew that I rocked the guy, but I didn't know that that was going to be enough to obviously end it. They have to be really careful with insurance and stuff like this. So I understand it, but yeah. So I was jumping up and down. I was getting ready for maybe around 3 or whatever. And he tells me to like fuck off, to go away. He doesn't actually say fuck off. He's a referee. He's got to be professional. But then I was standing here. I was like, what the fuck? Like, let me fight. I was ready to fight. I was getting into the groove of things. I was getting like warmed up, and I was like, what the fuck's going on? I hit this guy like twice, sure, but he's not knocked out. Why did it end? Because I thought they had to be like up against the cage like this and stuff. But yeah, obviously, as I said, with insurance and stuff, because it's an exhibition, they have to be a bit careful about it. So yeah, he's talking to the medic. I don't know what he's saying. Obviously, I'm just focused on did I win or not. And then you see this guy, like, would have been to my right. He come up to me and he was really nice. He was like, yeah, you did a really good job in there, blah blah blah. I was like, yeah, thank you. And I remember saying to him, I was like, yeah, like I'm ready now. I want to fight another opponent. And that wasn't even in a cocky way. That was just like, because I had worked on cardio so much and my cardio was so decent. Plus I was in the mind frame of like, I've just hit a nice combo on this guy. I want to go again. So I said to the guy, just out of like pure kind of instinct, I was like, can I fight someone else? And they were like, no, we've already done matchups and whatever. And it was kind of a joke, kind of not. Like, I wanted to fight someone else, but it was. And then he sprayed water in the mouth, which was cool. I think people were kind of confused because they were like, is it him, is it not? They got us next to the ref. After 10 seconds of the second round. Blue corner! Yeah, let's fucking go. Yeah, so I won, put the hand up, got professional pictures, whatever. Give the guys a fist bump. And then after this, we both get given like trophies. We both get given these. The guy like puts his arm around me and stuff. It's really nice. And then we get a picture and then happy days. But yeah, so all in all, it was a very successful night. I raised money for charity. I won the fight, which is obviously great. I don't think I will enter it again simply because if I'm training multiple times a week anyway, I feel like it's unfair to enter a charity tournament again. Like, I think after this, it will be amateur, definitely, that I'm going to try and go into. And the funny thing is, my Muay Thai coach, he said to me, do I want to fight on the 22nd? Because they had they had a fight card on and stuff, and they were saying like, do I want to fight my first amateur bout? And I was like, I don't know how I'm going to be after the 21st, which was when this MMA fight was. But the next amateur fight that comes up, I'm definitely going to get people to record it, and I'm definitely going to enter myself in it. Obviously, depending on how work goes and stuff like that, I still want to train multiple times a week because I carved out like work kind of took a back seat so that I could focus on this fight. And now that it's over, I want to then focus on work again. But I also want to train a few times a week so that I can keep my stamina up and stuff like that. Yeah, all in all, very very successful night. I'm very happy. Um, I went out drinking afterwards because I hadn't drank in months, as in like gotten drunk, and yeah, I think the alcohol did more damage to me than the opponent. Like not being a dick or anything, but like I was so hungover the next day after like celebrating and stuff like that, and I did it with like friends and everything, so that was really nice. But yeah, the alcohol definitely fucked me up for the next day. But I was happy that I won the fight. So here's some professional pictures that they took. Here, it looks like I actually slept him, but I didn't sleep him. He just stumbled. So I'm kind of annoyed that my trusty right hand didn't knock him out. But if he stumbled and then I was able to reposition and they didn't, and the ref didn't come in and stop it, I would have been able to actually knock him out because he was dazed and whatever. This was me winning, which is a cool picture. And then in this pic, it looks like he's running away from me. I believe this was taken in the second round. You know when like I leg kicked him and I was up against the cage for like, well, that would have been like the second time. And then I hit him with that right. I think it happened just after I landed the right. Obviously, you can see me fucking locked in, but yeah, I think this photo was taken like just after I landed the right hand, and then he was obviously backing up. So pretty cool picture. I look kind of locked in. Well, I was locked in. I was just on like muscle memory mode. It was fucking weird. But yeah. So if you are thinking of signing up through Ultra MMA for your first cage fight ever, or for your first fight ever, I would definitely recommend it. I would just recommend, however, that you get some sort of basis under your belt before you sign up, because a few of the guys that I was training with as part of like the 8-week camp, they had experience in like judo, some boxing. Obviously this depended like on the person, but there were people nonetheless. There were people there that had experience. So I think, well, you might be matched up with those. And all of the fights on the round, all of the fights on the fucking night were great. But I would recommend that if you do want to win this and you're not just doing it for the charity aspect, that you do have a bit of training beforehand, because you don't want to walk in there and be like a melon and kind of not know how to throw a proper punch. So that's the only thing that I would recommend. Other than that, I don't think I have anything else to show you guys. Of course, I am launching my school community called the MMS Incubator. That's going to be in the description of this video. I'm not going to talk about it too much in this video. But besides that, boys, I hope you have enjoyed this video. I think I've covered everything. The fight was great. Everything was great. And I won. So that's a W in the fucking chat. I'm sure you're going to see a lot more fighting content from me in the future. But other than that, boys, have a great day. Peace.